Welcome in, you guys. GED Math. We're going to be working on decimals today. Welcome in, everyone. So, first thing you need to know, you have to know your place value when you're working with decimals, okay? So you start with the ones, tens, hundreds. Most people know this side of it, but this is where really, if you're investing in the stocks, this is the side that you need to know, okay? So we have tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and so on, okay? So it says round these numbers as indicated. Number one, round 3.75 to the 10th spot, okay? So here is the 10th. We look to the right of the number that we're trying to round. If it's 5 and above, it goes up by 1. We add 1. So this answer would be 3.8. Okay. Good. Queen, yes, 3.8, perfect. All right, it says round 5.908 to the ones place. What do you guys think your answer would be for number 2? Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the double taps, you guys. If everybody could take a second, double tap your screen. Let's get those likes up. 6.0, 21, 2, 6, 6. Okay, good. Okay, so this is why I wrote this here. So the one spot is the digit right before the decimal. So we underline what we want to round. Remember, we look to the right of it. If this number's 5 and above, it goes up to 1. So we add 1 to it. So this would become 6, 6. Or you could say 6.0 or just 6, okay? Both of those answers are correct. Round to the one spot. So 6. Yep, 6. Yep. Yes. Okay. So a calculator reads this huge number. Round to the nearest hundredths. Okay. So round to the nearest hundredths. So let's look. Where is the hundredths spot at? So remember, this is tenths. Hundreds. So here goes our 100 spots right here. We look to the right. Good. Dree said 0.43. Golden, I see you. Swoop said 43. Good. So remember, you have to put that decimal though. It's 0.4. This goes up 1. 4, 3. And that's how you round to the 100 spot. Okay. Okay, so if you know anybody that's been struggling to pass the GED math part, please share this with them, okay? This is part of their GED. Round 0.667 to the nearest thousands. What do you guys say this is going to be? Okay, Denmark said 0.667. Brooke, I see you guys. Yeah, so remember, this is the tenths, hundreds, thousands. I look to the right of it. It's above 5. So I'm going to add 1 here. Everything before it has to stay the same, you guys. So I keep this 0.66. And then 1 plus 6 goes to 7. Everything after it just goes away. And this is our beautiful answer. Okay. Yep. Usually I draw the line under and draw an arrow. Good. Yes. Yes. Yep, do those little hints for yourself. Alrighty, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna determine which one is greater, okay? So we have 2 pairs, and I want you guys to tell me, thank you, Ethan, for the rose. I want you guys to tell me which pair is greater. So let's do the first one. So this is the way that I was taught how to look at this, is if I take away the decimal, right? And I say, if I add a 0 here, this will be 450. Over here, it will be 449. Well, which one do I want? I would rather have $450 than $449. So A is greater. That's how I was taught to look at these. Look at it as money, and then hopefully that will help you tell which decimal is greater. So let's look at number 2. What do you guys say? A, oops, I forgot the B here, or B? Which one is greater? BB, okay. I'm getting a lot of B's. Excellent. Okay. Now let's talk about why B is greater. Remember when we did so this is the tenths, hundredths. This will be thousandths versus this is tenths, hundredths. Okay. So you would want more 8 cents than so B is greater. I don't know how to explain it, but yes. I would say that the closer you are to the decimal, that number is greater. The farther you're away, it's less. Let's say it like that. It's okay if somebody said A, good. If they said A, learn from that mistake. And perfect. Learn from your mistake now and don't make it on your test. This is the time to make the mistakes and learn from them. Perfect. Okay, number 3 is A. Some people are saying number 3 is A. All right, so would you rather have $4.68 or would you rather have $4 and this is like 9 cents, okay? So would you rather have $4.68 or $4.09? A is greater. So whoever said A for number 3, you're right on it. Excellent, excellent. All right, what about number 4, you guys? Okay, so 4 said AA. Good, everybody gets it. So 14 cents versus this would be like 10 cents. So if we cut this off, this is like 10 cents. This is 14 cents. So A is greater. Okay. A is greater. All right. Okay. Now what they want us to do is write these numbers in order from least to greatest. So first you have to understand what is least. It's the smallest to the biggest, okay? Or smallest to greatest, least to greatest, okay? Hi, hey, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. We are doing some GED math, okay? We're working with decimals today. So if you know anybody that's been struggling to pass the math part of the GED, please share this with them. Thank you so much for the roses. I am just greatly appreciated. So let's look at number 1. So we have 5.6, 5.08, 580, and 5.082. So first I need to know which one is my smallest. Okay, so which one is my smallest? What do you guys say? 5.08. Good. Okay, so this is $5.08. So 5.08 is my smallest. My next smallest is going to be, so this is how my teacher told me to look at it. This is 80, okay? So I can add as many zeros as I want to this, right? I can add as many zeros as I want here. So would I rather have this next smallest, is it 600, 800, or 802? Well, the smallest is 600, so it's going to be 5.6. Okay, good. Yes. Ooh. Yat gave us the whole answer. Perfect. So now we have 580. Okay, that's our next one. Because 800 is smaller than 802, so it's 5.80. And then our last 5.802. Thank you so much for the rose, I am. And that is from smallest to greatest, or least to greatest. Perfect, perfect. All right, let's try number 2. Thank you for the roses, you guys. Okay, number 2, Pink Banana said, we're going to start with 0.115. All right, so let me add my zeros. Let me see. So is 120 smaller than 115? Nope, 115 is smaller. Perfect. So I'm going to do 0.1115. Ooh, but hold up. Let's see here. If I add a 0, would I rather have 1150 or 1136? So which one is smaller, 1150 or 1136? 1136 is smaller than 1150. So actually we need to start with this 0.1136. This is the smaller number out of these two. Okay, so this goes away. Our next one now is 1150. Okay, so we have 0.1150. And now, what is smaller out of these two? What's my next smallest one? Good, okay. Okay, thank you for putting these answers in the chat, you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are doing awesome. 0.12. So, LaDonna, okay, LaDonna said 0.1. So, 0.12 is next, which, yes, 0.12, because this is like 1200. Then this goes to 2. If we add the zeros behind it, you guys, this is 200. So would you rather have 120 or 200? Well, I don't write the 0 there because this is the actual number, 0.112. And then you would write 0.2. But this is how you change your numbers to see which order really happens. What is smaller? What is greater? Okay. Add those zeros and then I'll help you read it. Good. What grade is this? Somebody asked what grade this is. I'm not too sure. I know we don't do this in Algebra 1 or geometry. So I'm thinking this has to be from middle school math, but I teach high school, so I'm not too sure. But it is on the GED, so that's why I'm covering it. Oh, some people are saying 4th, 5th, 7th. Okay, yep. Ordering of least to greatest. Yep. All right, Catherine said 4.52 is our first one. Okay. So $4.52. I would agree with that. $4.52. Then we have so remember, add those zeros for you to see it. Is 800 or 600 smaller? Which one? Well, 600 is smaller than 800. So our next one's going to be 4.667. And then we have, good, okay, so let's see, good, okay, so Chrissy said 4.667. Oh, and then 4.8 is actually you're gonna switch these. And then $14 is bigger than 4, right? So 14.005. So that's the least to greatest. Okay. Good. All right. I hope that's helping some people understand what method you need to be trying. Remember, add zeros so you can see it's 520 or 800. It's 667. That's how you kind of read it, okay? So now let's actually do it where it would look on the GED, right? Because the GED is multiple choice and it's a lot of reading, right? So it says, which of the following correctly shows 1.3815 rounded to the nearest hundredth? So I'm going to let you guys take a look at number 1 and then tell me what letter. Okay. She said D. Thank you for the rose arm. C. J-Boy says C. I got A, B. Ooh, we kind of all over the place, y'all. B, 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 D. Okay. Thank you, Christy Love. B, B, B. Okay. Wow, we really are all over the place. So let's check this out. So remember, we first have to know which is the hundredth spot. This is tenths, hundredths. We look to our right. This is a 1. It's smaller than 5. So this actually just stays the same. And everything that follows goes away. So our answer is going to be 1.38, which if you said D was your answer, you are 100% correct. Okay, because remember, it's tenths, hundredths. That's why we did this. I gave you this table right here to know your place value. A lot of people get confused and think that this place right here is ones, tenths, but it's different. On this side, it starts at ones, but on this side, it starts at the tenths. This becomes very important when you're getting into stocks, you guys. If you're getting into stocks, you want to know like how many zeros are before, so when it goes to a zero, you like tenths your money, pretty much, okay? All right, so let's look at number 2, y'all. Let's look at number 2. So in a circuit board assembly, the weights of 3 parts are 0.572 grams, 0.0785 grams, and 0.6 grams. Which of the following lists the weights in order from greatest to least? Kiara, I just got your email. I will be hitting you up later today, honey. Okay, so weights in order from greatest to least. Okay, Ms. Okay, I see C's, I see A's, A's, C's. Okay, we're going back and forth with the A and C. All right, okay, we got a D, C. So let's check this out. So our first number that they gave us was 0.572. Then they gave us this one here, which is 0.0785. And then they gave us 0.6. And we want from greatest. This is the trickery part, right? So we want from greatest to least. So we want to start big. So which one of these is our biggest number? Well, our biggest number is this 0.6. Would you rather have 60 cents or 57 cents? 60 cents is greater than 57, so 0.6 is our first one. So right now, I know D is out and A is out, okay? Now, if I'm doing this on a test, I have a 50-50 chance that I just gave myself. If I have 1 second left and I have to guess, I would just, it's better to have a 50-50 chance than, quarter, like force, okay? So now what we need to decide is what's the next biggest? Is 57 cents bigger or is this 0.7 cents? Well, 57 cents is bigger. So C, if you said C, you would have gotten it correct. Yes, C is the correct answer. So again, how you would look at this is you're looking at this as 57 cents versus 7 cents, okay? So if we cut these both off like this, cut it off to something that you can imagine, right? 57 cents, this is 7 cents, okay? All right. All right, so now let's solve. We cannot use a calculator, okay? Because some of the GED tests you have to use without a calculator. So now let's start doing some addition, right? So we have 5 plus 1, 6. 2 plus 7, 9. 9 plus 0 is 9. And then we have 4 plus 3 is 7. And that is our answer, right? Now, let's get into a little bit more difficulty, right? Oh, sorry, that's my baby boy. Okay. You talking to them? Say hi. Hi. That's my 1-year-old, you guys. Hi. Okay, so now we're going to do number 2. Okay. All right, so number 2. Did anybody get, okay, some people got some answers. So for number 2, some people said 5.93. Oh, thank you, so chat. And then 5.95, 6 point. Okay, so let's actually take this out. Now we know we can't take 0 away from 1. We can't do it. So we would have to borrow. And when you borrow, you're borrowing 1 from here. So you're making this a 7. And this goes to a 10. So then we're going to borrow from here. And we're going to add a 1 here because we can't take 4 away from 9. So we had to borrow again and make this 14. So 14 minus 9 Okay, it's 5. So how I look at this, you guys, is I don't like subtraction, but my addition game is strong, right? So I say, well, 9 plus what can give me 14? 9 plus 5 can get me 14. Then I'm going to say 9 minus 1 is 8. And then 7 minus 2 is 5. So if you said 585, you were on the money. Okay, you were on the money. Do you have any questions on this one, you guys? Is anybody confused or anything for number 2? Can you show how to do division? Yes, we do have some division coming up, you guys. So we have addition and subtraction. Okay, we're going to do a couple of multiple choice with that. And then we have multiplying and some division coming up, okay? So people are asking, how often do I go live? I go live okay, let me not start fronting. But mostly on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you guys. I do have like 3 little ones. So it just all depends on when they're not, crazy hectic. So that's when I try to get in. Okay, so now let's look at number 3. So we have 3.8 minus 2.905, okay? Automatically, you're going to add zeros right here. Then we can't take away 8 from 9 because 8 is smaller than 9. So I would have to borrow, okay? So if I'm borrowing, I'm taking 1 away from 3. So this becomes a 2. I'm going to put a 1 right here. Now this is 18. But I could take 0 away from 0. That's just 0. But this is the part that's getting me, right? I can't take away 0 from 5. So I have to borrow. So I'm going to make this a 17. This goes to a 1 here. Borrow from here. This goes to a 9. And I have 10 here, okay? So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 0 is 9. 17 minus 9. I don't like doing that, right? But can I think of 9 plus what gets me 17? Well, 9 plus 8 gets me 17. So this is one way that this is how my brain looks at it. 9 plus, okay, so this is how I do my 9s, you guys. I'm going to explain this, and if it doesn't make any sense, just forget about it. But for those who it does, use it all the time, okay? So this is how I want you to look at it. So 17, I knew this is going to be 8 because 8, so whatever 7 here, it has to be 1 up from 7. So I know it's going to be 8. Just like when we went here, if you guys look up here for the 14 minus 9, right? I look at the 4, I know it has to be 5 because 9 plus 5 gets me 14. And that always works. So let me give you another example. So if we have, let's say 16 minus 9. I look here, I'm going to go 1 up from the 6. So I know it's going to be 7. 7 plus 9 gets you 16. So if you can remember that trick, all I'm doing is looking at what this digit is here. I know it has to be 1 up from here. Always. Okay, that's a pattern for 9s when you're doing subtraction. Yep. So I'm gonna do one more example. So for somebody so it's clicking. So if we have, let's say we have 15 minus 9. Did we already do that one? I don't know. Okay, but what's my answer gonna be right here, you guys? Without doing like 15 minus 9, just look at the 5. What does my number 6? Yes. Yes, you guys, it has to be 6. 6 plus 9 gets you 15. Perfect. Thank you so much for the follows, you guys. Thank you for the participation in the comments. You guys are amazing. Great. Okay, so let's keep it pushing. So 2 minus 2 goes to 0. Yep, so it goes to 0. So it's 0.895. All right, so let's look at number 4. Okay, so again, I'm going to add my zeros. Okay, I'm going to add my zeros. And I'm going to look at this 5, right? 0 minus 0 is fine here, but thank you so much, A Real Life, for the rose. Thank you. This is the problem right here, right? And if I go here, I have nothing to borrow from because it's only 0. So now I have to go to my 5. So I go to my 5. I borrow 1 from it. So I make this a 4. This goes to a 10. Okay. This is a 9. And then I'll put the 10 here. Well, 10, yes. 10 minus, oh, this is plus. I'm tripping. You guys, I am tripping. This is plus. This is even easier. Let me rewrite this. So 6.5 plus 4.008. Okay, let's rewrite it. I was thinking of subtraction. So we're going to cross that out. So this is lovely. When we have addition, we just put zeros here and then we just add now. So 0 plus 8 is 8 and 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 0 is 5 and 6 plus 4 is 10. And that is our answer. Okay, that is our answer. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, baby. Come get your chips. Alrighty. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's look at number 1. So it says solve. You may not use a calculator, okay? So how we're going to do this one is you can add anyway, okay? So you don't have to go in order. So for me, I would add these two up first and then add this. But it doesn't matter. It's however your brain sees it, okay? So I would do 2.87 plus 2.4. So I'm going to add those two up first. So 7 plus nothing is just 7. 8 plus 4. So how I look at this, how my brain is telling me is 8 plus 2 is 10. And then I add another 2. Or as people do by corners. I don't know if anybody's seen that. But you do 8 and you go 9, 10, 11, 12. Some people showed me that. And it really works by the corner thing. But how my brain looks at this is 8 plus 2 plus another 2. And that's how I get 12. Okay. And then 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5.27. So now I just need to add this part. Well, 0.236. I'm going to add those. And then 0 plus 6 is just 6. And then 7 plus 3 is 10. And then 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. And then we have 5.506. And if you said that was your answer, perfect. Yes. Good. That is our answer. Yep. Now, it didn't say anything about rounding or anything, but let's say, because some people have this on the pharmacy test where they have to round to the significant digit. So if we were rounding this to the significant digit, what that means is you would round this to the lowest, like to the lowest one. So really, I would round this. If I was rounding this, it would be 5.5. Because you only have the 10th spot here, so you would have to round this to the 10th spot here. Okay. If you are doing your pharmacy test, I did want to point that out for people. Yes, I do private tutoring. Please email me and I will get back to you tonight. Yeah. I have available some Tuesdays and some Thursdays. Okay. All right. So I saw somebody say they are confused. So let's try number 2. Okay. This was just adding. Now we're going to go to some subtraction. So when we subtract decimals, you always line up your decimals. So you're going to do 1.02 minus 0.87. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to borrow from this one. Why we're borrowing from this one? Because we can't take away 0 from 8. And we can't take away 2 from 7. So I'm going to borrow this one. This goes to a 0. Put the 1 here. Now this is 10. I'm going to borrow from this 10. So this goes to 9. And I'm going to put 1 here. So now I have 12 minus 7. Okay. If you're not good at subtraction, think of 7 plus what gives you 12? Well, 5. 5 plus 7 gets you 12. 8 plus what? Or 9 minus 8. Okay. We get 1. So 1 plus 8 gets us 9. And then we have 0 minus 0 is just 0. Don't forget to bring down your decimal. And our answer is 0.15. Okay. All righty. Okay. Sometimes, you guys, it's okay to feel confused, okay? Somebody just asked me for the HESI math, and I plan on doing some videos for the HESI math. Maybe I'll go live too, but I'm going to start with some videos. Yep. But don't worry if you feel confused. Sometimes our brains just don't work, okay? And we just have to don't give up. Just take a break and then come back to it, okay? Sometimes that's what math does. Trust me, I had multiple times in my bachelor's degree in math, like, what in the heck are they talking about? Okay, and I just had to take a break. Don't give up, but I had to take a break and okay, I got to think of something else because my brain is just not working. Yes, I do geometry as well. That's what I taught last year. Algebra 1 and geometry. So, yep, geometry. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Okay, so let's actually do this one, you guys. Okay. So here, the problem is this 0 minus 9, right? I can't take away 0 from 9. So I have to borrow from the 8. I'm borrowing 1. So this becomes a 7. And I put the 1 here. Well, 6 minus nothing is just 6. 10 minus 9 becomes 1. And we bring down our decimal. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 3 minus 1 is 2. And this is our answer. Good. 21.16. Yes, Shy. Good, you guys. Good. All right, so now let's actually see this as like a multiple choice question, right? Of course, they're going to add a whole bunch of words to it, right? To try to distract us. Thank you so much for the roses and the follows, you guys. And the likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to let everybody try this. So it says, choose the one best answer to each question. Mona purchased the following art supplies: a storage box for $16.98, a set of art markers for $31.78, and a pad of paper for $6.50. What was the cost of the 3 items? So what do you guys say? A, B, C. Okay, Den said C. Okay, Kate said C. Ooh, I'm getting all C's here. Okay, oh, I got 1 D. Okay, so let's see. So first off, you have to understand what was the cost of the 3 items. So what they're saying is, if I go to the store, right, and I pay for some bananas, some apples, and some juice, and I want to know my total cost. Remember, you're adding up all these, okay? So what was the cost? You're adding. That's what you first have to understand. So now I'm going to always start with my biggest number, 31.78. And I'm going to add 16.98 first, okay? Gonna add those two first. So 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1, right? 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. I'm going to carry the 1. Bring down your decimal. Then 6 plus 1 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. Okay. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. So right now, we know this A is out because I have to add this 650 still. Okay. 650. Okay. So now we have 6 plus 0 is a 6. Ooh, they all end in 6, so that doesn't help us. 7 plus 5 is a 12. Carry the 1, okay? So right now, I know D is out because it doesn't end with the 26. I just gave myself a 50-50 chance, you guys. Okay, so now let's do 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 6 is what? 17? No, what's what? Let me slow down. So 6, this is 7. 7 plus 8, 15. So this will be 15. Okay. 15, carry the 1. So right now I could stop because I know this is a 5. So C is my answer. But 4 plus 1 is 5. But if this is a time test, you guys, you see how we did this? We said 6, 7. We canceled out D. Then as soon as we did 8 plus 6 plus 1, and we knew that was 15, we stopped there and we got 6. Let me see. And you would move on. You would not take your time to do this, okay? Especially on a time test. Use those multiple choice answers to help you, not hinder you, okay? All right. Okay. Let's go to another one. Thank you so much for the rose. Okay, so let's go to another one here. So James ran 3 miles. His times for the individual miles were 7.2 minutes, 6.8 minutes, and 8.25 minutes. How long did it take him in minutes to run the 3-mile distance? Thank you so much, Foot. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys take a minute. Okay, official said B. Cat said A. 416 said A. A baby said A. Give him some. You guys give him some chips, okay? Give him some, Marciana. Okay, so AA, okay, AA. All right, so let's see. So how long did it take him in minutes to run 3 miles? So what they're asking us to do is add up all the minutes. Okay, that's what you have to understand first. They want to know how long it took him in minutes. So what we're doing is we're going to add up all our minutes. So now let's do 7.2 plus 6.8. Okay, let's do that first. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry my 1. And then I look at, this is how I do it in my head. 6 plus 1 is 7. But I know 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry my decimal down, okay? Now I'm going to add this 8.25. So 8.25. Okay, you guys. Some of you guys should be seeing it right now. And what I mean by that is, if I go 0 plus nothing plus 5 is just 5. Well, what's this B is out because that doesn't even end in a 5. Everything else ends in a 5, okay? 0 plus 2. So right now I know I have 0.25. Well, this is 0.35. This is out. D is out. A is my answer. Yes. So if you said A is your answer, you are 100% correct. Okay. So that's what I mean by using your multiple choice in order to help you. We don't even have to finish this. We could just see our answer right there. But let's actually finish it because we got time. So 8 plus 4. So remember, I do 8 plus 2 is 10, plus another 2 is 12. Carry the 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. And so we get 22.25. Okay. Can we do another one like this? Yes. I actually have another one. Okay. So yes. But you have to tell me, are we adding or are we subtracting? Okay. So I'm going to read the problem. So it says a plumber cut 2 lengths of pipe measuring 2.8 and 1.4 meters from a 6-meter long length. Okay, so here goes our pipe. Sorry for my bad drawing, but this is a pipe. The 6 meters long, okay? We got a cut right here at 2.8 and a cut right here at 1.4 meters. Assuming there was no waste when the cuts were made, what is the length in meters of the remaining piece? Ooh, okay. Some people are fast and quick. Okay, sorry. So we're moving it. Some people said AA. Okay, subtract it. Yes. Excellent. That's what I was going to ask first. Are we adding or are we subtracting? Whenever they give you a total like this and a question mark, you're going to subtract, okay? But what do you mean like we're going to subtract? Well, we can add these two, but then we're going to have to subtract it from our total to find out how much was left, okay? So the first thing I would do is add these two, because I don't want to do 6 minus this, and when I get here minus this. I just want to add them and then subtract them, okay? So 2.8 plus 1.4. That's what I'm going to do first, okay? So 8 plus 4, remember 8 plus 2 is 10, plus another 2 is 12. Carry the 1. And then 2 plus 1, 2 is 4. So I know that from here to here, all this distance, let me show you guys. So from all this distance here, we have 4.2. You see how they try to trick you and put 4.2 as your answer? Don't fall for it. Remember, it's asking for the remaining, and they even gave you a question mark here. So we're going to do 6 minus 4.2. Okay, we have a problem. I can't take away 0 from 2. Remember, you have to borrow, right? So this becomes a 5. This becomes a 5. And then this goes to a 1 here. So 10 minus 2 is 8. And then 5. So right there, look, I don't even have to go any further, right? Because what's the only thing that ends in an 8? Well, it's A. But we will go further. 5 minus 4 is 1. And so this is A. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. Thank you, thank you. Yes, you guys are so welcome. Okay. So we have 1.8. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Thank you, thank you. No touch. Okay, so I did want to get to multiplication and division. But you guys, I wish you guys could see this. My little one is right here in my arms. And it is going to become impossible. So I will try to jump back on tonight and finish up multiplication and division. And then I want to jump into some fractions. But thank you so much for joining me for this little time. I know, my baby. And I will try to get back on when he is napping. All right. Have a wonderful day, you guys, if I don't see you later. Bye, everyone. Okay, don't fall.